What is going on, y'all? How y'all doing today? This is Salon Boy Brick, aka Brick the Lyricist, and you are tuned into Onas's Gamings. We are back. Doing something a little bit different today, not on the music tip. Uh, Life is taking a turn, I guess for the better or for the worse right now. Just moving a little different, getting a little stronger. Um, so I've been doing a lot of Money Mondays reviews on Fresh and Fit. My bad, y'all. It just sound like somebody in the crib. I've been doing a lot of reviews on Money Mondays on Fresh and Fit. I've also been um, picking up a lot on my working out, hitting the gym, doing what I had to do, just trying to build my spiritual, my mental, and my physical, and my finances also. So I've been very focused on that. And I was in the gym the other day, and I was actually listening to this one with Donavan Sharpe, and this came across. This is a question that I think a lot of men and women should be having, but when I asked a lot of guys, some of the guy friends that I have, and just random guys in general, I work at a place where there's a lot of traffic of random people. So I get a chance to actually ask them. I just can't video it as I would want to. Some of them I would have to ask for, but because where I work, you're not allowed to have cameras or anything like that, so I can't really do that. I would have to find a way to do that outside of work, and I don't really have the free time to do that. But I've asked them. A lot of guys, they're very straightforward and understanding of this question. Is love between men and women conditional or unconditional? Guys, most guys that I know say it's conditional. Most women, they play back and forth with it. You choose when to be conditional, when not to be conditional. So they're not. I don't think they accept it too much. But this one, I think they really answered it in a very, very plain Jane way, a way that'll get you a little hurt, but it'll make you think at the same time. So first and foremost, I want to tell you guys, stay the fuck out your feelings. Don't be upset about what you're gonna hear. Take it in, understand it, and then regurgitate it. Take it in, understand it, and then regurgitate it. All right? So let's rock. Of course.
I was young, dumb, and stupid.
And full of
Okay.
No.
So the question is
Let's
love
not say
between
that.
men and women conditional or unconditional?
Here we go.
It honestly depends if they're respecting each other.
Wouldn't that
right?
inherently mean it's conditional then?
I mean, it should only be unconditional if it's your
Oh, boy.
it's your kid. But if
There you go.
you know what I mean, if it's your,
Which is
you
facts.
shouldn't deal with disrespect,
Should always love
Okay.
your kids unconditionally.
non-loyalty,
Okay.
and anything like that.
So it seems like your answer
boundaries
means
are
it's conditional.
crossed- Yeah, if boundaries are crossed, then no, it shouldn't be unconditional, because
Okay.
then that's when people can start really abusing each other, and things can get out of control. So
Okay.
unless it's your kid,
That's true.
set,
All right.
set
So
your
love is
boundaries.
conditional,
Yeah.
in your opinion.
Conditional.
Yeah.
All right. What about you, Miss DR/Cuba/ everywhere in Miami?
All right, yeah. So in my opinion, I'm with the love being conditional. It has to be conditional in order for it to actually be able to work, because you have to be able to hold your better half to a certain standard, certain criteria. You can't say that you'll love them. Even in marriage, the vows say that you should love somebody for better or worse, and all of that. But even before you get to that marriage, I think you should be working on that in a relationship. But most people will say that, well, I don't have to worry about that until I get into a relationship for me to actually say that I'm unconditionally in love with someone. Even when you're in a relationship with someone, there's certain bad habits, certain traits, certain things that they do that doesn't sit well with you. So you can't say that when you marry that person that you're actually going to change. You're not. So you already have to put those conditions in the beginning. And that's from both men and women. And I think women do this a lot more than men do. they actually express themselves and tell you what it is that they want and what they don't want. And men just have to go with it. A lot of men don't know their value, so they tend to just kind of go along with, as long as I'm making money and providing for the house, it's enough. And sometimes that works. If you're talking about gender roles, it all depends if the woman is doing her job also, but sometimes it won't. You have to be able to step out sometimes out of your comfort zone and do things for her. But that also goes both ways, men and women. But let's continue.
Is love conditional between men and women or unconditional?
If it's true love,
Oh God.
definitely
One word answers, guys.
unconditional.
Okay, if it's true love, unconditional. Okay, cool. What about you, Miss Japan?
You good?
Honestly, these days I think it's conditional.
Okay.
Like everybody's cheating on everybody these days.
Okay. All
I am.
right.
Okay.
Kazakhstan. Well, what about you?
It is conditional. You have to put in effort. You have to respect
Conditional.
my family, respect me. I know, put up with me, and
Can't do
just
it.
grow together.
Okay, you must bring 10 golds. Okay. Okay. What about you? Is love conditional or unconditional?
It depends on the person. Like, I don't know.
So that would literally mean it's conditional then.
Yeah. I don't know.
Okay.
Penis.
Fantastic. You had a lot to say before. Then we give you a chance to talk.
Dude, I swear to God.
Struck me. You caught me. You caught me off guard.
It's a yes or no question, sweetie. Is love conditional? Yes or no?
Okay. What about you? Is love conditional or no?
I hope it's unconditional.
Oh.
Okay.
you're
What
gonna
do
be
you?
disappointed.
Okay. Then you know,
Unconditional.
you think it's conditional?
But not every love is
Oh, look at her. You see the hope in her eyes. Isn't that cute? She's like, it's unconditional.
Come on.
Oh,
All
my
right.
God.
So
bless your heart.
Okay.
You can fall in and out of love, and that's different.
So that means it's conditional.
See, when it's not her turn, yeah. When we put her on the spot, it's crickets.
All right, I'm gonna shut up.
Okay. For you, it's conditional or not conditional?
Conditional.
You think it's
Okay.
conditional? Okay. What about you?
Conditional.
Conditional. Okay.
Yeah.
What about you?
I think it's conditional too. I think the love that you feel for someone may feel unconditional, but you should have boundaries and stuff in a healthy relationship.
Okay. What about you?
Conditional.
Okay.
Definitely conditional.
Okay.
My love is unconditional.
Fantastic.
All right, here we go.
Okay. And then what about you?
Always
Conditional or
Conditional.
conditional? Okay. So it looks like what? 2 or 3 girls said it's unconditional,
Yeah.
and then the rest. Okay.
Donovan, is it conditional?
It is 1,000% conditional.
Well, we should play the video.
Let's play the video.
We
yes.
gotta play a video.
Cool.
Let's play this video real quick, guys. This actually comes from this comes from the book.
This
right?
comes
The Laws
from
of Sharpe?
the
Laws of
49
Sharpe.
Laws of Sharpe.
Okay. Let's go ahead.
4. She will never love you unconditionally. Unconditional love is for children and pets, not men. Unconditional love is the enemy of evolutionary biology. Females are incapable of loving a man unconditionally because the advancement and continuation of the human species quite literally depends on it. If women were truly able to love unconditionally, the best genes would be bred out of existence in a matter of just a few generations. Consequently, women and children would be vulnerable to the perils of the outside world. This is precisely why a woman's love is directly tied to what you are rather than who you are. Their physical and financial well-being is always in limbo. As a result, they are neither prepared nor capable of surviving on their own. Not literally, but rather in a quality of life sense. So they choose men based on what they can provide. Granted, women don't always make the best decisions when it comes to mate selection. The lack of real physical danger and or financial ruin leading to becoming destitute causes women to prioritize physical genes over resourceful genes when they are young and fertile. But expecting a woman to love you unconditionally is like asking her subconscious to entertain the thought of bearing the offspring of a man who is physically and or mentally inferior. And because her firmware does not allow her to willfully procreate with inferior specimens of the opposite sex, this manifests itself with hypergamous decisions. Of course, women are never consciously thinking about this. They are simply following their feminine directives. So there's no need to take it personally when you admit to yourself that your woman would jump ship if you were to take a substantial monetary loss without showing the resolve to reclaim it. Put simply, if you cannot provide for and or physically protect a woman, she will not.
And I think that's the biggest thing when you're thinking about that. You heard how he said, you don't be offended if your woman is willing to jump ship if you lost your money without any motivation or ambition to ever be able to reclaim that status again. You know, and same thing with women, because a lot of women want to be politically correct. You want to be politically correct so bad, man, so fucking bad, and I don't understand that shit. You know damn well if your nigga was broke or he ain't had no ambition, he didn't have that, and you had to be the one that was breadwinner, providing and doing all of that, you're not gonna want to stay with him. You're not gonna be attracted to him. You're not gonna love him. You want a man that's driven enough to be able to show you that your future can be brighter. Whether it's every year he's doing something a lot bigger and better to make both of your lives easier, or he's he's putting in plans and taking initiative to make certain things happen for you, making dates, taking care of the kids without you, giving you money and letting you go out with your friends, which is fucking crazy. But giving you money, because most men can do it. I can do it too. Giving you money so you can go out with your friends and enjoy the day or the week or something like that. Go out on girls' trips and stuff like that. So, there's nothing wrong with having conditions on love. It's a two-way street. But when your conditions can't be accepted by the other person, the best option to do is to bounce, man. You guys are better off separated than together. It's just how it is. You guys are better off separated than together. If you have kids, it makes it a lot more difficult, especially if they're a younger age, because the kids are growing up with that division, so they're not getting that father authoritative figure. And then on top of that, they're not getting the understanding of the logistics. They're just getting more so of the feelings and the resignation of what it is they should be doing. They don't have that authority figure that's actually can tell them what to do without no questions asked, and that's what they need. You need both mother and father in the household to be able to raise the kids. Now, if the kids are older, man, by all means, you're not happy with your spouse, you're more than welcome to bounce and do what you do. But other than that, man, we must do what our great-grandparents and our great-great-great-grandparents did, is just bite the bullet and stick it out for the kids until they get older, and then that's when after that you can do your own thing. But, it is what it is. Let's continue.
Never love you. This is merely a survival mechanism, nothing more.
All
Law
right,
number
so
4.
turn it to
She will
ladies.
never love.
All right, so we'll turn to ladies. What are your thoughts on that? Disagree? Agree? Was that factual? Non-factual? Misogynistic? Jerky? Whatever the fuck you guys want to say. We'll start here and then work our way back out to the couch. Go ahead. What's your thoughts on that? Was it correct? Incorrect?
Correct.
All right, fair enough. What about you?
At least
Miss
for
Miss
my
Life
relationship.
love is conditional.
At least
Unconditional?
for my relationship, like I love my boyfriend no matter what. He loves me no matter what. There's absolutely nothing we can't work through.
Okay.
And just, so.
What does your boyfriend look like? No, I'm going somewhere with this.
I'm actually interested.
No, hold on.
as well.
What does your boyfriend look like?
He's
Is he hot?
Russian. Yeah, to me, he's hot.
Okay, all right. How much does he weigh?
I don't know, a
Is he
little bit
fat?
more than me.
Is he
No,
fat?
No, he's fit.
Would you love him if he were fat? That's a no.
No, listen.
Yep.
Here
If
we
he
go.
gains like 600 pounds in our relationship,
No.
yes.
Stop. No. Don't go extreme. Nobody gains 600 pounds
Okay,
and
but
doesn't.
I'm
No.
saying-
Stop. Honestly, if he were to go from fit to fat, would you still love him? Yes or no?
Yes. No, I would.
Does he make good money?
Yes.
And if
That's
he were to gain,
matters,
let's say he were to gain 60 pounds and all of a sudden he lost his job and didn't have any income, would you still love him?
Yes. No. That's not cap. That's our relationship.
I'm sure it is, honey.
Okay. All right. So love is unconditional.
Yeah, so how many women can actually do that? Let's say you meet a man, he's fit, he's ambitious, he got the drive and everything, and then little by little, as you guys are in a relationship, he becomes more comfortable. Because men tend to do that, when you live with a woman, because men don't really they don't really ask for much, They just want a woman that's going to be able to support them, that's probably going to be able to fuck them every day. Whether she feels like it or not, because if she decides that, they decide that she's going to be pregnant and she has to be at home all day to be able to take care of her health, to be able to rear the child, he has to bust his ass. He has to get up those days that he don't want to do. He might have to go get another job and have a side hustle on the top of that and lose sleep and all of that. He doesn't have any choices. He's going to push through all of that because he knows what he's doing is for the family. So as a woman, and a lot of women, they do that though. They tend to think that sex is a chore. You do have a lot of women that do love fucking. They do love fucking, but they probably body counts is on a bean and shit. I mean, it is what it is. I really wouldn't say get serious with those type of women, because if you're 25 years old and you already sitting on 80 bodies, man, it's really hard to come back from that to a point where now you comparing every dick that you see because, you know, out of those 80 guys, fucking 10 of them, 20 of them was actually really, really good, and then now the person that you're with that want to commit to you, he's not the best at what he does, you know. So you'll start to veer yourself away from that shit, in my opinion. Now, dang, what was I saying? Hold on. We gonna keep on going. Oh yeah. So I was saying about having the conditions on love. If your man was if you met him, he was ambitious. He had the strength. He toned up, pushing, had all this drive and energy. And then once y'all got into a relationship, 2-3 years down the line, you see that he's starting to slack. He doesn't want to be ambitious no more. He wants to stay home with you. He wants to be able to cuddle. He wants to go out and all of that. And this was before you were working. Let's just say you weren't working or you were working at the time. But now it seems like the bulk of everything is starting to get put on you. Would you be okay with that? You know, not that many women are actually okay with being the breadwinners in the household and taking care of everything while their man is a stay-at-home dad. I've actually posted this on my fucking page before. Hey, listen. Anybody willing to take care of a stay-at-home father? I'll be at home. You want to be boss bitch? You go ahead. You go make the bread for us. You pay all the bills. I take care of the kids and do all that other shit. I'll clean up. I'll cook. I'll do all of that. Maybe 8 out of 10 women will say, fuck no. I'm not taking care of no grown-ass man. I'm not. Not even the case. And on top of that, most women don't even look at young bucks anyway. So if I'm on the same level as you and you busting your ass and I'm at home just taking care of the kids, like I don't really say I have the ambition, but I'm taking care of the kids. I'm making sure you feed, and I'm coming home. I'm setting baths for you, rubbing your feet, massaging you, and all of that. It may seem cool for a little bit, but the more you start to see, like, damn, I'm the one that's making all the money. I pay all the bills. I do all of that other stuff. You'll start to resent that man. It's just most don't. You do have 2 out of that 10 that actually will go with it, but for the most part, most of them don't. So, you know, to have conditions on love, it's not a bad thing. You want your man to be a certain, hey, listen, I need you to be the breadwinner. I need you to do this. I need you to do that. But don't be mad when the guy's putting conditions on you too. I need you to make sure that if you're going to be at home all the time, you clean up. You take care of the kids. You fuck me every night. Like, those type of things. We all have our conditions as to, if you ain't doing these things, then I'm leaving. Just like if he wasn't doing those things, you would probably want to leave too. You know? But a lot of the things that women say and the conditions that women want, we're okay with that. We call that her being independent, her being a boss, her taking care of value of her life, and then everything that a man wants, or if he starts to set his boundaries or his conditions, damn nigga, you being toxic, you being controlled, you doing you too masculine, like you trying to control me, you trying to tell me what to do, you want me to do this for you, when like it's always demonized. This is crazy, man. It's just shit crazy. And I'm realizing that a lot more the more I keep on watching these podcasts, the more I keep just watching my homies. I see my homies and shit that tell me a lot of these things. I only have one homie that would probably go against what I'm saying. All right, hold on. I got one of my employees are calling me real quick. I just gotta answer this. All right, let's get back to the video, man.
For her, okay, fantastic.
Yeah, if he weighed 600 pounds and was broke, she'd totally still love him.
Yeah.
Got it.
I would.
Got it.
What about you? What are your thoughts on the video? Agree, disagree?
I would agree because I know. So my ex got fat, and I was like, and then he took a financial loss.
And that's good. That's okay.
So
Okay. What about you?
Agree.
You agree? So you agree that women love men for what they provide, not necessarily idealistically, like they try to say.
No, never mind. I disagree.
What the, were you paying attention to the video? Were you paying attention to the video?
I did, but I was paying attention more to my answer. So I disagree.
How are you going to give an answer if you don't listen to the video, though?
No, so I was listening to it, but I disagree because I feel like
Go ahead.
if I really love someone, I don't care. But if they're getting unhealthy, then I'll care. But I don't care for the money. I don't care for anything.
You don't care about money at all?
Here's the problem
I
with
care for
modern. Here's the problem with modern women.
And that's a 1 in a million woman right there. I'm not gonna say that because if any woman that says I don't care about the money, it was like, all right, well then is it okay? Then we just live in my mom's house. Then I'm 30, you 30. Let's go live in my parents' house where I'm not making money and they providing everything for us. We're just gonna wait for them to pass away, and the life insurance that they have is what we'll use. Do you really not care about money now? Okay then.
You guys think that loving a man because he's tall and ripped and rich somehow makes you reprehensible. No, that makes you women. You're not supposed to love fat men who are fucking lazy. You guys are programmed to love men who are tall and ripped and rich. That's what you guys are designed to do.
Facts.
If a girl goes after a guy because he's rich, we'd like to call them gold diggers. Nonsense. You're supposed to be a fucking gold digger. What are you going to do? Go after a broke ass bum ass nigga? No. It's the same thing as us men not dating women who are fucking fat and lazy. It's the same thing. So by admitting that, you know what? If my boyfriend were to gain weight and take a substantial monetary loss, I wouldn't love him anymore. That doesn't make you a bad person. It makes you a woman, and that's okay.
Okay. So you still disagree with it? You love idealistically then?
Yeah.
LOL. Because so one sentence she agreed with it, and then like now she's like not agreeing.
He's talking in abbreviations.
And you know, let me just sum it up for the ladies on the video. What he basically was saying: women do love opportunistically, and men love idealistically.
That's right.
Typically. That's what the video breaks it. If we're gonna boil it down to one sentence, women love opportunistically. They love you for what you provide as a man, your height, your income, etc. They get married to the lifestyle of the man and what the man presents versus who the man is.
And that's not a bad thing. I think too many people think that's bad. No, it's not bad. You're not. Just like I said in the video, if women were.
Now, when it comes to that one, I actually do agree somewhat, but I kind of also disagree. The only reason why I agree somewhat is because if they met when they didn't really have money or anything like that, no, the mindset of the woman will change. It's probably going to be true all the way across the board. Then, I don't think Myron is wrong about that, because if you already met your man like high school sweethearts type shit, you guys are growing together. You're not really in love with him for his money because he never really had any. You're driving your dad's car, you're sneaking in their house, you're doing all these things. And then as you get older, you get a job, he get a job, and then y'all move out and y'all start to do everything. That's where the mindset of the woman starts to change, because she starts to be like, damn, like, okay, it's been 5 years, it's been 6 years, we're not married yet. She feels like she's chasing a relationship. She's chasing that marriage. You were chasing the pussy. You done been got the pussy since, high school. And now you're around her because you want to show her that you have the drive and the ambition to actually be more than what you already are for her. So your drive is already there. You loving her, even whether she was broke, she was bummed, none of that shit. You're not worrying about that. She's starting to look at you now like, yo, time is passing. He still hasn't proposed yet. The ambitions and everything that he said he was going to be doing is not getting to that point. He lost his job the other time. He's breaking down. He's getting upset. We're arguing a lot more. She starts to forget the person you are and start to see, well, what can you provide me to keep this future going? If you're not doing certain things for me now, then I have to be able. I got to count my losses and just keep it moving. I just got to keep it moving. So when he says women love materialistically is that's what he's pretty much saying when he says that, though.
Right.
Typically. That's what the video breaks it. If we're gonna boil it down to one sentence, women love opportunistically. They love you for what you provide as a man, your height, your income, etc. they get
for
married
whatever
to the lifestyle of the
opportunities
man and what the man presents versus who the man is.
And that's not a bad thing. I think too many people think that's bad. No, it's not bad. You're not. Just like I said in the video, if women were truly capable of loving unconditionally, then we'd be fat fucking slobs, man. No, you guys are supposed to love us conditionally. This is why men conquer. This is why we build. This is why we innovate.
Don't get it ever wrong.
Okay.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on that? Agree, disagree?
That video said a whole bunch of crap. So I agree with some stuff. I disagree with other things.
What do you disagree with then?
Or I hate it or something like that.
No, I mean, I agree with the, being a provider. Of course, we love men to be providers. We want that. That's stability for us. So
what do you disagree with, though?
What I disagree with?
Yes. Fantastic.
I don't know. I'm telling you, there was a whole bunch of crap.
Okay, so you can't even articulate what you disagree with.
No, I'm just
she agrees that she didn't want to admit it. It's okay. It's fine.
Yeah.
I get that a lot.
I do think love is conditional, though. I mean, you think you need to have boundaries. I think you have to form respect, and I think that's the condition part. I guess I'm viewing as.
Okay. What about you? Do you? And if you could think of what you're gonna what you disagree with. And here's the thing I've come to realize: girls don't necessarily disagree. They don't like the way it makes them feel, so they say, "I disagree with this,"
or the way it makes them look, perceive. Like girls think it's a bad thing if they like rich guys. That's not a bad thing.
Yeah. Okay. What about you? What are your thoughts on that video? Agree? Disagree?
Well,
women love opportunistically. That's the. If I boil it down in one sentence.
That's just true because I'm not gonna be with a man if he's not able to provide for me
there
or
you
so
go.
forth. But
That's
not
fair.
saying that I'm dependent on him or so forth. Like even if he is the breadwinner or so forth, like I still love him and stuff like that. But
you love him because he's breadwinner.
Not exactly that because he's the breadwinner, just because he has the effort to do it. Like.
So he's got to have potential, maybe.
Yeah. Like.
Okay. Well, then eventually he'll be the breadwinner. So yeah, you're right. Okay.
I love how she's dressing it up. Like girls refuse to say unflattering things about themselves. I love it. Fantastic.
But it's not. I don't think it's unflattering.
But
I think
but for societal, from
okay,
for them, even though we know it's not unflattering, we know that's how they operate.
Right.
But to them, it's I don't want to be looked at as a gold digger because of the negative connotation.
Yeah.
What about you?
I mean, it's true because it's if I'm hustling and I have a guy who's a bum, it's you're holding me back, you know. So
and that's crazy.
Of course
that's crazy though. You see how she just said that, and that's what I'm talking about right there. She said if she's hustling and she's with a guy that's a bum, that guy is holding him back. But if you were to switch it, and that guy was the hustler, and you were the bum, he wouldn't be thinking that you were holding you back. He'll still be with you. You would just have to provide him with other things. Whether it be just making sure that the house is clean, whether if y'all have kids, making sure that you take care of the kids, or make sure that you're having sex with him every night. Or just support whatever his grind is. Those are the little simple things that men ask for. They don't really ask for much at all. They're not sitting here trying to be like, oh damn, I'm out here busting my ass, bitch. You need to get up off your fucking ass and you need to go work too, or you need to go make this money and you need to do that. They're not worrying about that. But if the roles were switched and the woman was working and the man was the one at home, you gonna be looking like, damn dog, you a bum ass nigga. Like you got me working. I'm busting my ass doing all this shit for us, and you ain't doing nothing. You ain't even getting no money. You're not even trying to get no money. You think I'm going to be sitting here trying to provide for you like I'm your mama. That's crazy, man. That shit wild, bro. That shit be wild.
He was hustling and you were a bum and he wouldn't really care if you were holding him back.
See, that's what I'm saying. It could be vice versa.
No.
It's
never vice versa.
You didn't hear what I just said?
What'd you say?
Yeah, you didn't listen. I literally said that if the difference is that if let's say the guy's the hustler and you're not on it like that and you're kind of a bum, men aren't gonna break up with you for that.
But listen, because we still do something at the end of the day, in the house, we still cook for them, do laundry for them.
Okay.
They come home, they can go.
Let's say you were a bum and you didn't even do that. A lot of guys would still stay with you.
You get me? It all depends. It really all depends.
The point I'm trying to make is that there's not really a burden of performance on women. For men, there is. For women, no. Y'all could be mediocre and still get a guy.
That's right.
No.
You can be losers. Yes. There are a lot of loser women.
I think that's true.
That is true.
I agree with that for sure.
I agree.
No? Oh, okay. All right. And then what about you? Women love opportunistically. Agree, disagree?
That's true.
I'm gonna quote Marilyn Monroe.
Oh my God, that is the wrong person to quote. Jesus fucking Christ.
Go ahead.
She said that a man for his money and his worth and his work ethic, she said,
what quote you're talking about,
is exactly the same thing as a woman being pretty. Which
She agrees.
Every woman around here is beautiful, and so if a woman is beautiful and she's offering that, then a man, it's the equal component to a man offering his money.
Okay. And That is also true. That's also true. A woman's beauty is the equivalent of a man's finance. You know why? Because women's beauty, that is your biggest asset, your biggest commodity. That's what the opposite gender is looking for from you. That and your chastity. Those are the biggest things that men that want to date you, that want to marry you, that want to be with you, that's what they're looking for. You, on the other hand, as a woman, you're looking for that security. You're looking for that finance. You want the future. He wants your past. He wants to know that this girl has untainted, or she's only been tainted by one other person, meaning that she has the self-control to be able to know that because I'm a go-getter and I'm always going to be busy, that she's going to hold out and she's going to keep that pussy in line until I get back home. And that woman needs to know that, bam, because I'm holding out and doing everything, this guy can provide me with a future. I can have kids with this person and stay home and know that I'll never have to worry or want anything. If I ask for it, I can get it. If he can provide any and everything for me. The woman wants the future. The man wants the past. That's just how it is. Nothing wrong with that. That makes so much fucking sense.
All right, so your argument is that a man's ambition is equivalent to a woman's beauty?
No. I'm saying that what she was trying to prove is that, like, as a beautiful woman, you know, and you want to look for a rich man, it's the same thing as a rich man looking for a pretty woman.
Yeah.
Here's the flaw in that argument. As a guy who's well-to-do financially, I need a hell of a lot more than a pretty face. I need a hell of a lot more than that. I can't, dude.
Well,
I can't.
I don't know
No, hold on.
And every man is different.
She clearly Marilyn Monroe.
I don't know about.
Listen, Marilyn Monroe was the original thought. Marilyn Monroe was the original hoe. Marilyn Monroe was the original hoe. She died of
no, don't call her a hoe.
She was a hoe, and she died of a drug overdose at 36 because the life consumed her.
Wait.
I'm just trying to tell you.
I want to say something about that.
Memory.
Okay, sure. Go ahead.
Can I say something that first of all, it's really hard in Hollywood. You have to survive, and being a woman.
Poor Marilyn Monroe.
Listen, being around. Unfortunately, because of her genetics, she wasn't able to handle herself quite as well as maybe be a lawyer and anything like that. But she did it the best she can.
I mean,
died of a drug overdose at 36. Yeah, that's doing the best she can. And she fucked the president and knowingly had a wife. Got it.
Hey.
Sorry, you got something that you want to add to that? Sorry, go ahead. Filipino? Go ahead.
Oh, hi. Yeah. I mean, I would like to add a lot to the question, but I am waiting my turn.
Well, my thing is, I mean, just to kind of, because you said, oh, she was in Hollywood and she was a tough lifestyle. I mean, let's say I grew up in the hood and I decide to sell crack cocaine and then the cops bust me and I go to jail. Can I sit there and be like, oh, bro, it was a tough neighborhood, man. Like, I gotta understand. I have to sell drugs, man.
Absolutely.
Like they're gonna,
they do it all the time.
They're gonna look at me.
Once you put yourself in, that's all your fault.
Exactly. I've been to jail many times, and that never works.
That's the same exact thing.
What people go on
doesn't mean they buy it.
People go on.
Hey man, it is what it is, though. You mean I could sit here all day. I think tonight I'll do a nice little review on this. There's a few other topics that I would really love to talk about. A lot of things has been boggling me. A lot of things that I've been thinking about in my mindset, and I would love to just be able to discuss it with you guys, and just have a fresh, nice, cool debate with a lot of women from different backgrounds and a lot of men from different backgrounds. I'm okay with talking to the men too, because I know there's some out there that'll simp their way into everything, that'll agree with the women's side, and it's not to really say picking sides or anything like that, but we'll agree that a lot of the things that I'm saying aren't meant to be said. The feminists, they'll agree to that shit. So yeah, I would definitely love to have these conversations, but I gotta cut this stream short because I gotta head out, man. I gotta go pay some bills. I got more work to do, more things I gotta be focused on right now. I'll pick this up again tonight. We'll do some more reactional videos, music videos, and then we'll sit and we'll discuss and we'll talk about men and women and our respective gender roles and how to keep a happy relationship. I would love to sit down and I would love to talk about certain things that is going on in my lifestyle in my life now, things that I've learned and I've focused on, things that I've seen on the outside. And yeah, man, so whenever you get a chance, hit that like button, comment, share, spread this around. If you're watching this live right now on Facebook, you're welcome. Other than that, go to my YouTube page, which is Onassis Gamings, the real Onassis Gamings, and just follow. No, it's Onassis Gamings, but you can at real Onassis Gamings, and just follow along with what it is that we got going on, because it's not gonna stop anytime soon. We just gonna keep on elevating. We just gonna keep on getting better. We just gonna keep on getting stronger. So stay focused, stay humble, stay blessed. Don't forget to dream, play, and live good. Peace.